I love the work that CLEAR does, that they're strong advocates behind uncovering hidden collections, and I want to give back.
Coming to the symposium gives me an opportunity to get a sense of what are some of the best practices that have come out of the grant projects, to be able to touch base with colleagues, maybe think about potentials for collaborations, and just a sense to see what's been produced by the CLEAR grants.
I'm really tremendously excited that we can now have a conference and everybody get together, talk about different techniques that were used, learn new strategies, and I'm excited to have a chance to share what we were able to accomplish in our 3 years with everybody else. It's nice to see sort of the genesis of a project and then what people have to say about the completion of the different projects.
So much of these special collections, these very rare materials, are unexposed. And so what we've been trying to do with this program is to build out grants that then allow this material to be discovered and rediscovered and incorporated into research and teaching in ways that it was impossible to do before.
The Hidden Collections grant has had an amazing impact on our project. We would not have been able to process this textile collection, which is so important for American craft history, without this grant. We were able to bring in volunteers and interns to help us all through this process, who have gone on and done great things and been inspired by this collection.
Within the biological sciences, there's been a lot of consensus about building toward a certain set of standards, but when it's come to our archival materials, we've been slow to adapt. So having the CLEAR grant really, in a sense, forced us to adopt one standard and to find a more natural way to connect information between what we think of as our archival and supporting documentation and our specimen collections.
The project grant allowed us to test out what it would take to just build a minimum catalog with the minimum information that we had, put that on the web, see if it generated any interest, and then to ask people who might have been interested in it to help us figure out what to digitize. And it has been phenomenal. Other people have started to emulate the project, so it's been fabulous.
We started out back in 2008 with the cataloging hidden special collections and archives. What we were trying to do with this program, working with the Mellon Foundation, is to create a project that would have the incentive of grants that would at the same time really push for more innovative, cost-effective approaches to cataloging, to try to inculcate that there were very effective ways to do this that would have great benefit for teaching and research.
The step first of identifying and processing and cataloging collections is an excellent first step towards digitization, both for cultural institutions as well as our researchers. Being able to identify what these collections are, what they contain, gives us the opportunity to then think about them in terms of what would be good source material for digital projects.
We're only serving our users better if we provide both the cataloging and the metadata structure as well as the digital opportunities to see things and not always have to travel and make appointments in a reading room. I mean, now we're really bringing collections to people.
Digitization is going to broaden the audience for all of our collections, especially in archives. Access won't be limited to people who know how to find us, and I'm sure when they can start looking at collections in physically separate locations and see them together, they're going to come up with ideas and new kinds of knowledge that we really haven't imagined yet.
The idea of what I think the CLEAR Hidden Collections program promotes is really doing the curation, creating the scholarly context for these collections. I think it will help a lot of institutions, including us, to develop better workflows and best practices around managing a whole digitization project.
As a professional archivist, I can't find other materials to copy catalog or to use for descriptions of my own materials without these items online for me to compare. So the value will be added, not just for professionals, but for historians and students.
We decided after 7 years the original goals were met, and we've declared success and thought the next iteration of this would logically be digitization, and that would make each project a coherent part of a larger whole. And that's what we're intending to do. We hope to run this for 5 years or more and see where we are.